Hi guys, it's week 2 of Gospel Project, and this is for September 14th and 15th, so if you'll excuse my voice because I have been sick all week, so I'm going to push through with this. I'm getting my voice back slowly. So we are going to be talking all about the finality of day 6 and when God created people. So we're going to be in Genesis 1 and 2. So for your pre-service times for first grade, you are going to be working on this activity sheet. There's an image match, and it's just like finding the two that are the same. You're going to be talking about how that nothing God created really was the same, but we are made in God's image, and so does that mean we're exactly like God? What does that mean? And there's more information on your sheet about that. And then there's also, if you can see that, a coloring sheet. Again, this is like, if you have time, this can also go home with them. So these are just some tools that you can use. Also, during that time, there's a game. Excuse me. And that's for either age, and it's just like a fun game to get them moving. There's not necessarily distinct purpose, but it's one that says, like, if you own a pet, sit down. So if you don't own a pet, you're standing up. If you live in a neighborhood, stand up. If they live in the country, they sit down. If you had homework this week, sit down, etc., etc. And so that's just a fun game. Remembering that first 10 minutes, there is some activities to do that tie in with the lesson for the day, but it's also a connection point time as well. So use that to your discretion, and you can definitely have some freedom with that time. And that's when kids are going to be coming in late and all of those things. So that's the large group activities for first grade. For second grade, for second and third grade, you also have the game with the sit down and stand up. And you just have a different activity sheet that's geared a little bit towards more older kids. There's a connect the dot and there's a crossword puzzle. Again, those are things that you can kind of maneuver when you want to use those in your time. For the apply time of the small groups, which is post large group, you're going to be doing some different things. So in first grade, you're going to give each kid a blank piece of paper, and they're going to trace their hand, and then they're going to write some attributes of themselves on the hand in the fingers, and then they are going to paint it with watercolor. So for example, I'll show you mine. I am not an artist. Always, if you're new to our team, I have the artistic capabilities of like a 5-year-old. So I can really connect with kids on that level because they're better than me. But so I traced my hand, wrote some attributes, some strengths, maybe some gifts that I have. First grader definitely probably going to need some help with this. Some will be able to do this well without any help, and many of them will need some help. So pre-service, if you wanted to write some words on your board, you could do that to kind of prompt them and help them with spelling and all of those things that maybe are challenges in first grade. And then they're going to have watercolor, so you'll have water and paintbrushes and things to paint at the tables in the group so that you can do this. So this activity you're going to want to jump into right away after large group, so you can give it a few minutes to dry. They dry really, really quickly, but you do want to give them time to dry. So after you're done with this, you can gather them around and take some time for prayer, and that's listed on here. And then in first grade, you can definitely let them play a little. That room was designed because we were recognizing more and more that first graders couldn't sit in a typical small group as long. They needed a little bit more of a brain break. And it just kind of depends on how long our services are. Our services haven't been as long, but I would expect, I could be wrong, but I would expect our services to be a little bit longer this week because Pastor Brad is back, and it is the launch of the Origin series. Second and third grade, you guys are doing more of the Bible skills, so yours is definitely more discussion based. I know it's hard to see this on here, but you'll have some time to dig into God's Word and to ask them more of questions relating to things. If you want to last week I saw several groups like exit the theater space and move into the hallway. I think that's a fabulous idea. I think that's a win. You can have better conversations, keep your kids a little bit more focused, all of those things. Just try to be back when parents start coming. If you didn't recognize when you hear the music playing in the theater, I'm going to try to start with a slower song. When you hear that playing, that means that service is officially over and parents are headed to our space. So that would be your cue to wrap things up in our small group time. The other thing to do in 2nd and 3rd grade is to please take time to pray in your group. Please, please, please. It's super important that we start taking time together to do that. Sorry, I didn't finish that thought. So just so you know, if you are on a Saturday team, we are a little tight on a team this week. So we're all going to go together and we're all going to do this activity together. So if you serve on the Saturday team and you are going to be here, this is what we're going to do. And then if your 2nd and 3rd grade group on Sunday, if you are interested in doing this, I think we have enough supplies that we can make that work. So just let me know and you can definitely include it. But I do want you to go through the conversation questions first and pray together. And then you're more than welcome to do the hand painting as well, because I think it's something that all ages will like. Okay, sorry, I was hoping to make this video a little shorter, but still lots to share. So don't forget to dig into God's Word this week and explore Genesis 1 and 2 a little bit more as we prepare for our small groups this weekend. All right, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you all very soon. Have a great day.